Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well today. Today I am in my bestie's bedroom. Me and Liam, who has been on my channel a few times, we're heading out to see Honey Dijon, who is a DJ. So I'm getting glam. Done my hair already. I just got one of my little like ponies in. And yeah, so I wanted to film because this is going to be, or this will have to be like sweat proof makeup, like long wearing, sweat proof, rave proof, festival proof, all of that kind of vibe. So I thought I would film for you guys to show how I'd do something like glam, but that has to like stick. And I think I'm going to do a bit of like a glittery eye. I don't really know what I'm going to do. I want to do something fun and yeah, with a bit of glitter. Yeah, I'd love it if you can like and subscribe. It would mean an awful lot to me. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so for primers, I mean, I've got a lot of primers once again. I am the #1 primer girl. And I'm going to start off with my REFY. This is just their Glow and Sculpt primer. And I'm basically adding this because my skin is very dry at the moment. Yeah, I don't know why my skin all of a sudden has started feeling a bit dry. Maybe it is the change of the seasons, but it's still been quite hot in England, so I feel like the weather is pretty like August weather. I don't feel like my skin has noticed, but it started to get colder. But yeah, it's just started feeling a bit dry. It's started feeling a bit more sensitive than normal. I do have quite a few hormonal breakouts that I pick. I'm just such a picker and it bothers me, but I just can't help it. But I just need some extra hydration in my skin. Next I'm going to go in with my iconic blurring primer. I don't know why, if I'm getting glam I just have to add this. I feel like it really plumps the skin. It doesn't really have any shimmer in, and I do think it's blurring. I wouldn't say it's like the most blurring thing I've ever like used, and I don't particularly use it for that, but I find that anything I put over it looks nice. I think it really helps your foundation and concealer and cream products really melt in. So if I'm getting glam, it is something that I have to grab. But yeah, I'm excited for tonight. Me and Liam haven't been out, like like nighttime partying out in a while. And I've not been out in London probably since my birthday, which was last November. And I got incredibly messy. And then I'm gonna go in with my Power Grip, and this is just the original one. I'm gonna go in a little bit heavy with this because this in essence is this is the thing that's gonna make it stick. I'm blending all of that in with this is my Morphe V100, and I just really like it. It's kind of like a square, like a squarish. And it's semi-dense brush, but I find it just nice for primers. The handle's very long. I do like the long handles. They're like almost mimicking the Makeup by Ariel style, but this one is like really long. It's almost a bit too long. A really sticky primer is key, having your base like stick, and I find I'm not really using glowy products. If I want to add glow into my skin, I would use things like highlighter and probably like metallic-y primers, so when they have like a real sheen over like a glow booster that accentuates that like glow from within, because you just don't want anything slipping and sliding. You don't want to almost like allow your skin to naturally get dewy. I have dry skin, so if you have oily skin I would put a primer on, probably instead of the iconic one that helps your oils, that is like good for oily skin. I've seen One Size do a really good one haven't tried that out. I guess I'm not oily, so oil control primers aren't something that I necessarily like gravitate towards, but I do kind of, when I'm watching YouTube and seeing other creators, I do pay attention. But yeah, I'm a primer lover. If you are a regular watching me, you will know I am excessive with my primers. I think they are the key to having a perfect base. You can have the best foundation in the world, if you don't prime or prep your skin properly, your makeup, in my opinion, won't look as good. But yeah, my skin with all those layered up is looking really fresh, really, it's looking plump and radiant. And yeah, my skin feels a bit tacky, which is what we want. I didn't realise I didn't bring a sponge with me, so today I'm going to have to be doing brushes for everything, but I don't mind a brush. So next for foundation, I am going to go in with my MAC Studio Radiance foundation. Ever since I tried it, which would have been a few videos ago, I'll leave my review and like wear test up in the corner in case you want to have a look at that. But ever since I tried it, I've literally been in love. So it's kind of been my go-to. Just look at that. Because it is radiant, but it doesn't move. I wore it the other day and I did a full day of work, and then I went out for some drinks after work. It was sweaty, I was really hot, and when I got to dinner with my friend was like, your skin looks great. And I hadn't powdered all day, like not even had time to powder or even touch up my makeup at all. And yeah, I had a compliment on my base, so it's just a really, really nice foundation, and it just melts into the skin. It is medium coverage, so if you are like a full coverage girly, you will probably have to add some coverage with concealer, which is what I'm going to do today. But I actually don't mind that it's medium. I am going to put a tiny bit more on, just to see if I can build it up a little bit in some areas, because my skin is actually really bad at the moment. I don't really suffer with acne, so I don't really get like small spots. I just get a few big ones that I don't leave alone. Yeah, it does build up nicely. Like, I feel like now I've put on a little bit more, you can definitely see the build up. It is still incredibly hot in London, so even if we weren't going out, I would probably have to be putting a bit more effort into my makeup, otherwise it just slides around. That's one thing I do love about winter. Makeup just looks better in the winter, it looks better in the cold. Heat and makeup just don't mix. And I quite like a matte skin, so I'm looking forward to autumn and winter where matte skin is just a bit more nicer to wear. Okay, so foundation is gone. I do look incredibly glowy, and I know I said you don't want glowy products, but this is like an anomaly because it doesn't budge. If I thought I wouldn't apply something not this glowy if I thought it was gonna slide around my face. Next for concealer, I'm gonna go with my VIEVE Modern Radiance Concealer, and I want to apply actually quite a bit of this. I do want to be quite like full coverage. And even though obviously that foundation is nice, it just isn't, and it is buildable, it isn't as full coverage as like some. So I've gone a bit ham with my concealer. And I'm going to take the same like little brush and just start working that in. This concealer is really nice, and I find the coverage is like the perfect amount for me. I don't like a really full coverage concealer, like something like Shape Tape is too much for me, and this is full coverage, but it's, I think it's got like skincare and stuff in. VIEVE is very like good like that, so it just melts in really nice and doesn't feel like I've got too much. I feel like my skin is gonna be looking nice tonight, and then I'm just gonna start patting that in under my eye. I'm trying not to move it too much, so I'm kind of bouncing it where I've placed it and just bringing it up to my like temple. You can see it, I'm like lifted. I feel like I'm looking very bright, and because I don't have a sponge, I just really want to make sure that everything is blended in. Ideally at this point I would take my sponge and kind of work everything in, but we can work with brushes. Sorry if you can hear screaming children. They're outside playing and making lots of noise. Okay, next I'm going to take my Milk Contour Stick in Toasted, and I am just going to do this directly on. Like so. And I'm just going to take a little like kabuki brush. This is one of my favourite brushes for blending in cream contour. And I kind of went like above. Saw like a TikTok the other day, and you should try and avoid your hollow. I've always kind of done it in my hollow, and she kind of like brought it down like here, and it looked really nice. I feel like contour and stuff is something, there isn't a right and a wrong, but you just have to figure out what works for you. Sometimes I do like it really bronzy, but I do want quite like a sculpted look. And then yeah, just blended that in around there. So I'm looking nice and contoured. And then I'm gonna go in for some bronze. I'm gonna go in with my BFF face frosting, and this is in Milky Mocha. And I'm just dabbing that same brush in and kind of going over everything with that bronzer. And keeping it all quite high. Yeah, nice. All those products have blended very nicely together. I have this Made by Mitchell case, and it is the best thing to travel with. It's got like another side to it as well. And I have all my like brushes in, and everything is nice and neat. Okay, next for cream blush, I'm going in with the Cheek of It in Ballet Slipper. I'm gonna go, this is almost not that detectable, but I want to kind of put quite a lot of it on today. I think the colour is really light and blended in with my like bronzy products. It just gives, I don't know what it is, because actually, but I think because it's blended in with my contour and bronze, I just love the like soft pinky glow it gives off. I think it's like stunning. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Like we're heading out at like 10. I've not had like a night out like this where we're going like out that late. I'm such like a day drinker now, or like daytime, early evening. If we go out, that's the time. So I feel like because it's going to be like night time, you can go a bit more drastic with the makeup, because I'm not going to be walking around in like daylight. Okay, I'm going to then take my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray and just set in all those creams. I think the key to making things really last is like layering setting sprays in between your steps. Now for powder, so I have my Kosas Cloud Set, and I'm actually going to take my puff and just kind of pack on this pressed product, and I am going to make sure that my under eyes are not creased, and then I'm going to take this powder and really push it right under to just set. And can you see how nice and smooth that is? I'm then going to tap out some of my Huda, which is all-time favourite new loose powder. And I'm going to take like a fold over my puff again. And this I'm going to work in kind of, I'm going to focus it on my T-zone. And I'm not really baking with this because I'm not really getting rid of anything. I'm just really pushing it in. I just think powder, like I just could never be a girly that doesn't wear powder. Powder to me is just the ultimate, like flawless. I am just back with the pressed powder, going to just go over my nose. We do a spray again. Hi.
Are you talking in it?
Yeah.
Are you recording?
Yeah. Put your head in. Hi. Look at your teeth. Look how white they look.
They're not turkey teeth.
They're real.
They're mine. Hi YouTube.
The kids are being very loud.
Bye YouTube.
You're funny. Okay, and then we're gonna re-powder. So that's one of the keys for me, is definitely powdering spray powder. So even if you skip out the spray I did earlier, definitely do that spray in between your powder. Yeah. For bronzer, I've got this Made by Mitchell pressed blush in some shade. It is quite dark, but I want to be a bit bronzy, so I'm just going to basically set all of my bronzed areas with that. You just have to be incredibly light-handed, like I literally like dab the tiniest amount, because you can go quite heavy with this. This is the lighter shade. I wish there was an actual like lighter shade. Again, I'm going to be in the dark, so I feel like you can go a bit heavier. For blush, I've got my Vanilla Cream Truffle palette, and I want to take this colour here, which is a bit peachy. I'm just gonna hit my high points, just so I've got a little bit of a flush. And here we have the base. So it's a bit more bronzier than I would normally go for, but I feel like when we've got like eyes and brows and everything kind of done, it will like really work. And my face is matte. Nothing is really like, I've got a bit of glow, a bit of radiance, but I haven't got anything that's gonna really like slip and slide. I need it to be on the face. Okay, now base is done. I'm actually going to zoom you in close and personal. Let's do eyebrows. So I've got my Unicorn Cosmetics Bare Brows with my Airbrush from Kosas, and then my NYX brow pencil. So I'm just going to really just quickly speed through this. I've done this a lot on my channel, so I'm just going to go through it quickly. Okay, we have brows. I feel like they've gone quite big. Bigger than I would normally, but I don't know why, because I feel like I haven't done anything like different. But I don't mind a big brow. So here we are. Okay, for eyes, I'm gonna go with my VIEVE eye wand and just prime my lid with this. And then just pat this out. And then I'm going to take just like a white powder and just kind of set that all down. So I've got my mini 9-pan neutral palette, and I'm going to just take like a taupey shade, like a grey taupey shade, and just sketch out like a shape that I want. I'm kind of pushing it all the way like in. I'm kind of following my like natural, even though I have hooded eyes, so all of this when I relax will be hidden, but if I raise my eye I'm kind of following my natural shape. And I'm just running like this really little brush along the eyelid and kind of joining it back up, so it's kind of like a full circle. Just going in now and defining this shape with a slightly darker colour. Just to add to like some depth. You could do this with like creams or eyeliner, but I just prefer working with shadow than liner. Like liner and me just don't really get along. Okay, now I'm going to do the same on this side. Making sure they kind of match. Okay, and then I'm just going to run under my eyes. I'm not going to go too dark, too low down, but I always do like going under the eye and kind of joining it up at the side. I'm then going to go in with Space Cowboy from Urban Decay, and I'm going to run this in that like empty space. And it just gives this appearance of like a wet look. And I just kind of went like all over the lid with that. I feel like once I've got lashes on, it's really gonna like come together. I'm just going in with like a clean brush now, after I applied that glitter, and just almost blending out some of the dark edge. Okay, I'm gonna curl my lashes today, and I've got my MAC Stack mascara. Instantly, mascara honestly just changes everything. I think if there was one makeup product that if they were like you could never use again, I think mascara would be the last thing that I would choose. Like I think I could work without pretty much everything, but you just can't replace mascara. I really do have to excuse the noise. Those kids, the window's not even open and you can hear them like that. The noisiest kids in the world, and it's night time. Why are they outside? I'm literally being like Cruella, but it's just a lot. Okay, I'm gonna do my under eye mascara. Yeah. I feel like the eyes work. I feel like it was a bit of a trust the process moment, but I am happy. I need to choose some lashes. I think I'm just gonna go for like a little like wispy corner. I mean, I probably don't need lashes, but if I'm going out, I kind of feel naked without them. So I just went for like a really little like wispy lash. Nothing too long. So this will literally just give me like a volume. So I've just got like a little bit of volume at the like edge, but they're not that like long. Okay, so here we have the eyes. I really like how they turned out, actually. Kind of the vision I wanted. Okay, so for lips, I've got this Maybelline Colour Sensational in Gone Greige. This is like a new favourite of mine. I'm just kind of filling in my like whole lip with this. Then I'm gonna go over with my trusty Posh Spice, my favourite, and because it's a liquid lipstick, it stays for a long time. Then lastly, I've got this lip gloss like beam thing from Made by Mitchell. This is On the Dance Floor, and again it's a bit of a glitter stitch, like high shine reflect, but it's got the same kind of tones as the Space Cowboy, like the reflects are kind of similar tone. I'm going to do one last spray for good look. Let that all just settle in a little bit, and yeah, here we have it. So this is my going out festival rave sweatbox makeup, glam makeup. Skin is looking great, but it's like secure. I've gone a bit dramatic with the lip and the eye, but you're going out, so I feel like you can go all out. But yeah, super happy. I'm really happy with how it looked. I know this is gonna last. I would say I would check in with you at the end of the night, but that's gonna be early hours of the morning. But I know that this will look good when I get in, because it has worked for me so many times before. Thank you so much for watching and getting ready with me. You may hopefully learn a few tricks to make your makeup stay. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again super soon.